Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe now. This start video. The breakup between Johannah Duggar and Shyam has been confirmed. Fans were taken aback by the abrupt breakup considering the fact that it has. Johannah Duggar, a younger daughter of the famous Duggar family, has discreetly disclosed that her relationship with her partner Shyam has ended, shocking and worrying her supporters. Subtle clues and a calm acceptance through close circles and personal signals have made the situation plain. Even though the split was not disclosed through a public statement or high-profile family blog, the news has hit fans of the Duggar family hard, especially those who have seen Johannah's upbringing on television. Johannah had never been one to boast about her relationship. Despite her steady demeanor, youthful charisma, and close relationships with her family, Shyam was a young man who was often shown as being close to the family and sharing many of their traditional values. Nevertheless, her relationship with him was never publicly shown. Nonetheless, family observers knew that a major romance was blossoming between them. Many anticipated that their connection, which was formerly characterized by insiders as subtly planned, would develop into an official engagement because of their shared values, mutual respect, and subtle familial support, much like a Duggar-style courtship. Reactions were quick and mostly unexpected as rumors spread that Johannah and Shyam had broken up. What was the mistake? Did all parties reach a consensus? Were any members of the Duggar family involved? How was Johannah coping with the emotional fallout of a breakup that, like most of her experiences, unfolded in the spotlight? Recognizing the setting in which Duggar relationships are created is crucial for understanding the seriousness of this moment. Courtship in Duggar partnerships is a deliberate process that includes emotional restraint, spiritual compatibility, and family oversight in contrast to mainstream dating culture. No one gets into a relationship carelessly or on a whim. Therefore, marriage is typically the end goal when a Duggar daughter enters into a romantic relationship. Within this context, a breakup becomes more than just an individual letdown. It also signifies a paradigm shift on a spiritual and societal level. It's more than just two individuals walking in opposite directions. What we are witnessing now is the disintegration of a hopeful story, one that was most certainly deliberated and guided by prayer. Johannah and Shyam reportedly had a friendly but solid separation, according to family sources. According to reports, the couple realized that they were not compatible enough to have a lasting relationship, even if they had common beliefs and ideals. Nothing out of the ordinary happened. All that was mentioned was that their lives, which had formerly been interwoven, were now going in separate directions. It was stated that Johannah's decision was very emotional. She was still quite young, but she had poured her heart and soul into her relationship with Shyam. Someone close to her claims that she handled the connection with an adult wisdom belying her years, using both her background and her own subtle intuition as compass. According to reports, she gracefully accepted the decision despite the pain it caused when it became apparent that the relationship couldn't progress as planned. It is believed that Shyam was very affected by the separation. People who know him say he is considerate, polite, and very respectful of Johannah and her family, even though he is not a public figure in his own right. Friends and family of the couple said that breaking up was not a hasty or sudden choice. Instead, it was the result of many weeks of contemplation, prayer, and discussion. Fans are curious about the reasons behind the breakup, but Johannah and Shyam have chosen to remain silent about it. A quietness that appears to be based on mutual respect. I have their utmost admiration for choosing to keep the facts private in a world that is so quick to sell, disseminate, and dramatize personal experiences. It betrays an honesty and maturity that surpasses both their years, and the prominent personalities are constantly scrutinized due to the high expectations put on them. Fans, however, have spared no expense in posting their thoughts on message boards, fan sites, and other online discussion threads. The comments left by thousands of followers reflect a range of emotions, from sympathy to speculation to genuine worry. Some were disappointed because they saw the couple as a potential bright spot in the Duggar family's future. Some have pointed out the courage required to end a relationship that, although seemingly ideal at first glance, lacks the fundamental compatibility that can provide two people lasting happiness. We have seen Johannah mature into such a mature, composed young lady, one admirer wrote. Especially in a culture as conservative as her family's, it requires courage to put honesty ahead of pressure. Another person explained, she ought to find love that complements her reality, not merely her ideals. That precise feeling, the conflict between internal truth and external expectation, is fundamental to this very moment. Johannah sees more than romance as she decides to quit a courtship. A person's identity is often defined by their family before they have the opportunity to claim it for themselves. So this is about finding one's own identity within that lineage. She's moving on to what that is still up in the air. Johannah is still in a transitional phase, in contrast to her older siblings who are married, have children, and have established successful careers. Even though she is no longer a child, she is also not quite an adult. Despite the agony, this time may offer her an opportunity to reflect, develop her independence, and gain clarity before re-entering relationships. In keeping with their usual policy of not commenting on rumors, the family has stayed mum on the subject. This approach fits in with their current trend of avoiding continuous public discussion, which may annoy supporters who are looking for commentary. Silence can be a form of dignity, as the Duggars seem to be learning, often through painful lessons, especially when a story involves the heart of a young family member. As time goes on, Johannah may decide to express her thoughts, not for the sake of gossip, but to bring attention to the silent struggles that many young people endure. The loss of hope, the redefining of dreams, and the power to refuse when all around you urges you to persevere. Despite its profoundly personal nature, her story carries resonance with many. Breakups from first serious relationships are the worst. Having the guts to leave a situation when you're unhappy, the gentle art of gracefully releasing with honor. Johannah Duggar is more than just the daughter of a prominent family. In that tranquil setting, a young woman growing into her own. She shows us that sometimes the hardest part of falling in love is being strong enough to say goodbye. Her decision is a powerful reminder that our strength is not measured by the promises we make, but the ones we let go of when we realize they no longer align with our values. That maybe is Johannah's most impactful message to share at this time. May she find solace, understanding, and recovery. She still has a long way to go, and her story is far from finished. In a jaw-dropping twist that no one saw coming, Johannah Duggar has officially confirmed her breakup with long-rumored boyfriend Shyam, only to turn around and announce she's now married to someone entirely new. The revelation has left fans stunned, confused, and speculating about what really went down behind the scenes. Johannah, 19, had been quietly linked to Shyam for the better part of a year. Though the Duggar family never publicly confirmed the relationship, online sleuths and Duggar watchers were convinced the two were courting. They were spotted at several family events, and fans noted their frequent interactions on social media. Subtle likes, matching outfits, and a few cryptic captions hinting at young love blossoming away from the public eye. So when Johannah took to Instagram this week to share photos from a surprise wedding ceremony, standing next to a completely different man, jaws dropped across the Duggar fandom. God writes the best stories, her caption read. In a whirlwind of grace and peace, I found my forever. Meet my husband, Elijah. Elijah, a 21-year-old carpenter from Texas, is a newcomer to the Duggar world. Fans quickly scramble to dig up information about him. He appears to share many of the Duggar family's core beliefs, but sources say he's more modern in lifestyle, working full-time, traveling, and even posting guitar covers of worship songs online. Some believe Johannah met him during a mission trip last fall where sparks allegedly flew despite her still being connected to Shyam. While the Duggar family has yet to officially comment, insiders suggest the shift from Shyam to Elijah was not sudden, just private. According to one family source, Johannah and Shyam quietly ended things months ago due to fundamental differences in future plans. Shyam, who was reportedly pursuing medical school, may have clashed with the Duggar family's traditional lifestyle expectations. Still, fans were caught off guard by the abruptness. Comments on Johannah's wedding post were flooded with shock and congratulations in equal measure. "Wait, what happened to Shyam?" one user wrote. "This feels like a plot twist from a Duggar drama series," another said. Yet many also expressed admiration, so proud of Johannah for choosing what's best for her heart. What makes the situation even more surprising is the Duggar family's history of long courtships and carefully monitored relationships. Johannah's low-profile romance with Shyam, followed by a sudden marriage, breaks from the traditional Duggar pattern, suggesting she may be forging her own path more boldly than her older sisters. Whether this new chapter signals a shift in how the younger Duggar siblings approach relationships remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, Johannah has made a definitive choice, and she did it her way.